this is another of the 23 canonical Sichuanese flavor combinations that we learnt at cooking school. Jiangzhu wei, which is ginger juice flavor.
Okay.
And this is not hot at all. And it's a reminder that, when people think about Chinese food, they often think about fast stir frying over a high heat and so on. But actually, Sichuan cooking has this vast range of absolutely lovely cold dishes. So it's made basically with very finely chopped ginger and a lovely dark Chinese vinegar and sesame oil. So a sort of Chinese salad dressing.
Sounds very good.
We're going to do it with blanched green beans.
Okay.
But you can also use blanched spinach. You can use it as a dip also for seafood and meat and so on.
Wow.
But a very versatile sauce. So I'm going to start by cutting some ginger into, chopping it very finely.
And that's so like ginger juice doesn't literally mean that we're doing something where we'll be juicing the ginger.
No. So in this, we're going to be using very finely chopped ginger with a bit of vinegar and stock and sesame oil. So the flavour of the ginger will infuse the sauce.
Got it.
And you get this lovely speckling.
And is this sauce improved with a lengthier marination of the ginger in the vinegar and everything, or can you make it at the last minute and serve it?
No, at the last minute, because as you can see, the ginger is cut so finely, and more finely than I would cut it for a stir fry. And so actually, the flavour comes out very quickly.
So that's really key here is working on your knife skills so that you can cut those initial slices so thinly and then make that really fine julienne and then just mince it.
It's very relaxing chopping. That's a tablespoon and a half of this. So that's the ginger, which is obviously the key ingredient in ginger juice flavour. Now, in Sichuan, they have a very famous vinegar from Langzhong in the north called Baoning vinegar, which is made from a whole selection of different grains with medicinal herbs.
Okay.
You can't get that abroad, but the Chinkiang vinegar that is widely available in any Chinese supermarket is a nice substitute, because what we want with a ginger juice sauce is to have what they call a cha se, tea colour. And I'm going to put in a bit of salt as well.
Okay.
Now, in some recipes and some chefs will use light soy sauce for the saltiness. Then you get a slightly darker colour, but there's a little bit of flexibility in that. And then a little bit of cold stock or water to sort of dilute it a bit. And I'm going to give it a stir to dissolve the salt. And then the final ingredient is a bit of sesame oil. And with sesame oil, always get pure toasted sesame oil. Not a blended oil, because in Chinese cooking and Sichuan cooking, sesame oil is used in very small amounts to bring out the fragrance. So it's quite strong, and if you use a blended oil, it won't have that wonderful aroma. And also you can see it's got a slightly toasty colour. Sometimes it can be quite a dark brown. So there we are, very easy to make this sauce. And I don't know if you'd like to just have a taste.
Yeah, I have a spoon here. It smells so good. Oh, it's great. I mean, it's got this like instant pop, the vinegar and the ginger, but that sesame oil is just rounding the whole thing out with that nuttiness. And
you can imagine too that, in a meal when you might have a spicy chicken cold dish or some, tingly, mouth-numbing beef, then this is a lovely refreshing contrast. And you can sort of, pile up your beans or your spinach or whatever it is, and then when you want to eat it, I would then just toss everything together at the table, but I would present it perhaps like this. Normally the Sichuanese meal, the cold dishes would be on the table first, so you can start eating that.
And so now we do a...
Yes, a bean with that lovely ginger sauce.
Come here. Clean, refreshing, not spicy.
As you can progress through the meal and you create your own sort of journey through the different flavours, so you have a bite of something strong and you think, now I'll have a bite of something refreshing.
I see.